Seraphim Holland of St. Nicholas Orthodox Church in McKinney, Texas. I used to call us a little country church, but I don't think I can do that anymore because we're not so little. Our parish has pretty much tripled since the pandemic, and we do a lot of wonderful things. I've been a priest now, I'm in my 30th year. Father Nicholas, I think, is in his 5th year or 6th year. So we have 2 priests, lots of activity. We do many services, a minimum of 4 divine liturgies a week. And of course, the big one is Sunday. We have so many people, we can't fit them in our temple. And so we're trying to buy land, hopefully with some buildings on it, so that we can still have our lifestyle and then build a temple. So we're looking for money. We're looking for expansion because of what we do. We've always been a hands-on, very active parish. A lot of services, a lot of visits of people in their homes, lots of teaching. We've just recently started a mission in the panhandle of Texas. Our vision for our purchasing of a new property is that we want to have more teaching of the people. We want to, of course, have services where people are not like little sardines. And so we need more space, pretty much triple what we have now. We'll always be a very liturgical parish, but not just liturgical. We have a very extensive teaching program on Sunday. We have 4 classes for children, a class for adults in Russian, a class for adults in English. The class that I teach in English is for mostly catechesis, and there's no room anymore. So we need bigger, better classrooms. One of the parts of our vision is to increase our physical plant to be able to handle the people that are coming. But we also have a vision. We've been doing a homeschool co-op now for 2 years. Last year, just 1 day. This year, 2 full days. And there's the talk. Can we make it into a really bona fide school? Because my dream is that there is no children going to public school. We want to have a school for our children, and we need facilities for that. We're just too cramped. So our vision is, one is we'll continue to serve services. We've always done that. We'll continue to do that. Then also the teaching of our children on Sunday. We need more facility for that. There's just no question about it. And then also the homeschool co-ops. So the 4th leg of our stool for our vision is our missions. And we really think that there are places in the Metroplex that are ripe for missionary activity, but we don't have the means to do it yet. So let me tell you something about our old rugged cross here. When we built this cross, all we had was a bare piece of property. We had no money because we had bought the land. And somehow, after a couple years, 3 years, we built a property. We built a pretty church. And then the church got too small for us, we expanded it. We never really dreamed that we were going to have these other ideas. And these other ideas are especially expansion into other places and also teaching our children. That's really our missionary outreach. Now, when I was a kid, I'd see these Protestant ministers, and they'd always be asking for money on TV. And I hated that. And then I was a nurse as a priest, and I'll be taking care of people late at night, and they always have late night ministers on, at 3 o'clock in the morning, be some minister asking for money. I wouldn't do that. I said, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to be spiritual. I don't talk about money. It was a big mistake. I learned that was a mistake. That was not spiritual. The fact is that money can do things for us. We can, with more people, more donations, more activity, more brain trust, more people thinking and acting, we will expand. And we went from a little cross that I prayed a Moleben in front of. Sometimes in the rain I prayed a Moleben with this dumb dog that was barking all the time. And now we have a facility that we handle probably 200 people on an average Sunday for liturgy between our 2 services. We never dreamed that. When we built the church, we had 40. And now we have 200. And it's going to expand, so that's what our great need is, to have a bigger facility for both worship and for services and for a school. And then the energy of that will give us people coming and candidates for the priesthood and the diaconate, and then we'll expand into other areas. So that's what we're trying to do. We need to expand to do it. There's just no way around it. We've raised funds before in order to build our church, and when we did that, we promised people, and we've kept that promise, if you send any amount of money in, if you send $1, and you send your immediate family, we would pray for your immediate family for the rest of our lives. Literally, those diptychs will be used by any priest that succeeds Father Nicholas and I. But what happened was people sent in like long lists of names. So we have hundreds and hundreds of people. We pray for them every Sunday. I promise you, as a solemn promise, and Father Nicholas will back it up, that we will pray for your loved one if you send in a donation. Any donation, we'll pray for a family member. You give another $100, we'll pray for another family member, etc., etc. And that will be forever. You'll be dead in the ground, I'll be dead in the ground. The 8th priest will be here that succeeds us, will be praying for your loved ones. So that's our promise to you, our very solemn promise to you, which we have kept now for basically over 15 years.